Hi everybody, welcome to my new video. This video is all about helping you find your meaning in life, your purpose. I'm going to show you my 7-step, 3-phase system that I've used with myself and with clients, friends and family in order to help them find their purpose. So before I carry on rabbiting on, because I do that a lot, let's crack on with the video and step straight into phase 1. So before I get started, if you notice that I'm looking down sometimes, it's because I'm new to the YouTube thing. I don't have anything that will allow me to sort of like look at what I've got to say, a teleprompter. So I've got to look down at my laptop, okay? So phase 1 is self-discovery and identifying your interests and passions. Now, I think that people often get confused when it comes to their purpose in life. Straight off the bat, a lot of the time, your purpose will be something to do with something you're passionate about. So step 1 is finding out what your interests are. You must have some passions or at least some interests, and it's all about feeding those initially. So you want to make a list of your interests you do and try different things out. It's as simple as that, because we don't get born with having a passion. We grow passion through interaction, through experience, through creating and doing. So you might become passionate for watching great TV or watching films, or you might become passionate for creating games or making games or playing games or whatever. The point is that your meaning is born from your passion. And often how that translates effectively is you are essentially thinking of ways to help other people engage with the same passion. That is what meaning often is. So, for example, if I love playing games and I love great characters in games, great stories in games, then I might have my own idea, and my mission might be, or my meaning, my purpose might be to enable other people to enjoy amazing stories and amazing characters on the same level that I do, to understand them on the same level I do. So anyway, I've jumped ahead of myself a little bit by here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on to number 2, step 2 in phase 1. So the next area that you want to do is in step 2 is test your interests through action. So I generally tend to think to myself that depending on your level of, how can I put this, your ability to pay attention, and maybe if you put a certain number of hours in, how long it can take you to see if, yeah, this is okay, or no, this doesn't suit me or not. So I work on the basis that you can work on around 1 new interest per month. You can test an interest out. So for example, that gives you enough time to move past any of that initial, oh, this is amazing fun, and then that dip where you feel, oh my goodness, this is so difficult and so hard. And then you start to go, actually, I'm starting to get the hang of this a little bit. So you can do 1 interest a month. So I made a list I did, for example, playing guitar, gaming, knitting, photography, oil painting, and so on. So you can try 1 each month, which means you can try 12 interests a year. Now, you want to stay agile in this. You want to make a list of, say, 5, 10 interests that may interest you. Don't go any further than that, because as you gather data, when you try your first interest, and that first interest, for example, it might be photography or it might be guitar, and you might think to yourself, do you know what? I like this, but it's not really resonating with me. I like listening to music, but I'm finding this awkward. I've learned to tune and I didn't really get much out of it. You can then say to yourself, okay, well, I've got 3 others on the list about music and about learning different instruments. Maybe that's not for me. So you can then scrub those off the list. So you've used the data to hone in more on what potentially could be your passion. So the more you try and the more you think this isn't for me, you can assess those, you can review those and ask yourself, what did I like? Note it down. What didn't I like? Note that down. And then you can use this data. You can start to find patterns in your reviews, and then think to yourself, okay, well, I'm not enjoying, every single time I do try an interest, I'm not enjoying something that's too physical or too hands-on, or I'm not really into anything that has me solving puzzles, or any number of other things. But you want to try as many things as you possibly can so you can find those patterns in your review data. And then you can use that data to realign and iterate on what you think may interest you until you eventually stumble upon that one thing that is ideal for you. And I promise you, you will find it far quicker than you think you will. Okay? So the next step is to identify what feels most engaging. Now, I've just talked about that a little bit, but you want to try and think about, like, for example, what makes you focus and forget about time? What do you naturally want to get better at? What do you feel drawn towards? What do you think about even when you're not doing it? These are usually signs that you're enjoying an interest. I've got an even longer list by here. So do you think about it more often when you're not doing it? Do you talk about it to friends or family? Do you want to do it more? Do you want to explore the skills and the theory of this interest? Do you want to invest resources in it? So, like, for example, if you were doing drawing or painting, do you want to go and spend money on paint, on paintbrushes, etc.? Do you want to seek other educational materials like night classes? Do you feel the need to do that? Do you feel excitement around the possibilities for the future on this interest? Do you want to build social opportunities around this interest? So, for example, do you feel like you could teach people about this interest almost immediately? Does it come naturally to you? These are all the sort of questions that can enable you to think to yourself, okay, yeah, actually, this is really, really touching on something with me here. This is really interesting me. And slowly, as I said, through reviewing and iterating on what interest you're trying and thinking, no, that's not quite right for me, but I like this part, and then, oh, I like this one, but I didn't like that part. You'll eventually hone in on an interest that is pin sharp, and you'll just think to yourself, my gosh, I was made to do this. And that is where purpose will start to spring from, because you will find a passion that constantly drives you to want to do more of it. And I promise you, that is out there for you. Don't let anybody tell you it's not. Don't let anybody tell you that, oh, passion is overrated, what matters is making money and this, that, and the other. I'm sorry, but anybody who says that to you probably is heartless and soulless, because you cannot go through life just thinking to yourself, all I'm interested in is making money. You've got to be interested in doing something that you're passionate about, to the point where you want to enable other people, enable other animals, dogs or something like that, or enable the environment. Your passion feeds into your purpose. Your purpose cannot exist without passion. Okay, so enough of the monologue for a second. I'm moving on to phase 2 now. So now we're moving from passion to purpose. And step 4 is about defining how your passion can help others. I've touched on this already, that a purpose is almost like a mission. It is something that is external from yourself. You can have a passion that is completely internal. So, for example, you might find that you love watching TV, and that's great. That's a passion. If you love watching sci-fi like Star Trek or Star Wars or whatever, or Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that is an internal passion. It becomes a purpose when you want to externalize this, when you want to invite other people into this passion, when you want to enable other people to either enjoy the passion or to enable them to externalize that passion into more purpose. So I've got a list by here of things about externalizing your passion to find your purpose. So for example, can I help others experience this passion, this interest themselves? Can I teach beginners or provide guidance on how to start doing this passion? Can I teach intermediates how to become advanced with this passion? Can I teach advanced people how to master this incredible craft or this incredible passion? Can I teach beginners or provide guidance on how to start doing this? Can I create tools, resources, or content around it? Can I sell the tools to enable people to enjoy this passion? And can I build a business or a product or service around this passion that will help people get even more out of this interest? Now, again, this is all about externalizing your passion into a purpose. I'll give you a good example. I've recently been renovating my home with my partner, and I am extremely passionate about the DIY, about the planning, the project management of house renovation. It is incredibly fun, and we've done it very frugally because me and my partner believe in having time more than money. But the funny thing is that I'm very passionate about it, but it's not a purpose. It could be, but it's not a purpose because I haven't externalized it. Now, from that, I could think to myself, well, my gosh, we've done this so cheaply and we've done it so quickly and so effectively. My purpose is to help other people. You don't have to buy a new house for 150, 200 grand. You don't have to pay that much money. You could buy a house for 75 grand, for 80 grand, and then do what we did, spend 15 grand doing it up and turn this shell of a home into a beautiful home, into a home you want to spend the rest of your lives in. Now, that could be my passion, and it could be my purpose. My purpose is to help other people, to enable other people. Do you notice the difference? That one is internal. One is me enjoying something deeply. The other is enjoying something and wanting to help other people enjoy it, to help other people experience it and do it. That is the only difference. So in step 5, we choose one simple way to serve others. It is not difficult. You just choose a way to serve them in a way that will enable you to enable them to enjoy your passion, or to get the most out of the passion, or to engage with the passion in some way, or to do it cheaper, or to do it at the highest level, or to buy the most expensive kit so they can be elites at doing it. Whatever it is, you want to teach someone, or write an article, or make a video, or create a resource or tool, or offer your help for free. You can do anything, but start to externalize it. For example, if you love watching Star Trek, start talking to people about Star Trek. Start getting in front of people and show your energy, show your passion, show your desire to thoroughly immerse yourself in this incredible thing that you love, and how you're going to enable other people, how you're going to grow other people to your level and beyond. If you love Star Trek and you love the ships in Star Trek, then when you see somebody who's also interested in Star Trek, start enthralling them with your knowledge about the Enterprise E, or how the Borg cube goes to transwarp speeds, or whatever it is. Yes, I'm a Trekkie. But the point is to externalize that passion. And then when you find that you think to yourself, yeah, I really want to help people with this. I really want to invite people into this amazing world that I love so much. That's when you can start. You can start making content around it. You can start teaching people. You can start making products. You can start monetizing it. And it's not wrong to monetize it, because people want you to monetize it. They want you to create amazing, outstanding products and packages that let them skip the 3 or 4 years it's taken you to get to where you are now with your passion, so they can do it in, say, 3 or 4 months. That's what you can do, and that is how you do it. So moving on to phase 3. So we're talking about refining and scaling your purpose. So step 6 is about getting feedback and iterating. Now, I talked about this before, that once you start to look at your purpose, so you've gone from passion to purpose, your purpose will slowly align more and more with a group of people that you want to help with your passion. So, for example, you might find that at first, if you're talking about perhaps helping people renovate houses, at first you just talk about wanting to help people renovate houses, helping people do it frugally, cheaply, but still making something they're proud of and beautiful. But the thing is that you might then, with time, iterate more towards, well, do you know what? Actually, I want to help people who are first-time buyers in their 20s. That's what matters to me. You know, here's a product for 50 quid, 100 quid. I want to save you thousands, 10,000, 20,000, because that's what I did. That might be your passion. But what you find is as you create content, as you create products, as you interact with these people that you desperately want to help enjoy your passion, because it's your purpose to help them enjoy your passion, you will slowly iterate and pivot tiny amounts, you will, towards where your true passion and purpose lies. So again, it's all about iterating over and over again, always being open to agile and changing. So the last step is to expand your impact, and by this, obviously, it means monetizing. So you want to create content, you want to help people as much as you possibly can. Your purpose is to enable people to love and enjoy, to fall in love passionately with your passion. That's what passion means, okay? So that is your purpose. You know, if you love watching, like I used to love watching on YouTube videos where people would sort of like play a game on Steam where you could have, say, 10,000 zombies versus 100 army men with machine guns. And you'd just watch this play out, you would, for 30 minutes. Now, this person was obviously extremely passionate about a very niche topic, about creating these massive digital battles. But he externalized that passion by creating videos which enabled me to discover it and thoroughly enjoy it, and just sit there perhaps for 10, 20 minutes watching these battles play out. And that is such an incredibly niche topic, something I would never have thought I would have been interested in. Yet his passion and his purpose for creating content enabled me to discover it. So yeah, the next thing then is you create content and you monetize through YouTube, through ads, through blogs, through any type of content you want, through podcasts, anything that is external and allows you to get on an existing audience, such as YouTube or TikTok or whatever it is that you prefer to use. You externalize and you monetize, because when you monetize, when you create so much value that people are willing to spend money on you, not only are you able to then reuse that money to a thumb up came up on screen. Not only are you able to reuse that money to enable you to project your passion and your purpose out even more, you obviously make enough money to be able to do it eventually full time. So anyway, that is my 7-step process that I've used, and I've used to help with other people. Again, it's a lot, I know, so I'm just going to run through it quickly. So phase 1, step 1 is brainstorm your interests. Step 2 is test your interest through action. Try an interest for 1 month at a time and then iterate by reviewing each one of those interests. Step 3 is identify what feels most engaging to you. So ask yourself questions like, am I thinking about this all the time? Do I want to educate myself on the theory? Things like that. Then phase 2 is moving from passion to purpose. So you start to define your passion, and you define how your passion can help others. So whether that's by teaching them, creating tools, templates, whatever, you want to enable other people to enjoy what you do. Step 5 then is choose one simple way to serve others. So usually that's through content. It can be videos, blogging, whatever. Then step 3 is refining and scaling. So again, you want to get feedback and iterate. You've gotten yourself out there, you're trying to engage with people, you're trying to enable them to enjoy your passion. But you'll find as time goes on and you get feedback, you will start to iterate and pivot towards a better, I'll say, product market fit. But yeah, towards a better fit for your passion and purpose. And then number 7 then is expanding your impact. So you create lots of content that people love. You iterate on your content you do so that you create content that's even more loved, more enabling, more valuable for people. And then you just expand and monetize. And the more you monetize, the more money you've got to reinvest and to empower people even more on your current platform and other platforms. So anyway, I hope you have found this video useful. I know we're running on to 21 minutes and everything like that, but I've loved doing it. I love doing this for you. I would love it if you loved the video, please like and subscribe, because I'm hoping this is going to be the first video of, well, you never know, maybe hundreds, thousands, I don't know. But I've really loved it, and I'd love to connect with you. Please comment down below. I will get back to you and we can get a conversation on the go, and I can help you move forward with this. I'm happy to do that. So anyway, thank you once again. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye.